welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening. Up this time is Super Kiwi 64. Super Kiwi 64 is a 3D platformer and collectathon in a low poly late 90s console look. That does pretty much spell out the basics. And where to start with this? I suppose I should address the whole late 90s console look. I guess that is appropriate in terms of some of the graphics. But I would say that only translates to the retro aesthetic at most. Because this game, if you go in with the expectations of this being a full-on throwback 3D platformer, collectathon deal, something in the style of Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, et al., you're going to be severely disappointed. Because here's the big difference between Super Kiwi 64 and one of those. Those games were huge. When you bought a platforming game on the Nintendo 64, to a lesser extent the PlayStation, you were promised big open worlds that would last you weeks, if not months. Super Kiwi 64 can be completed, I'd say anywhere between 45 minutes and 2 hours. It's a really bite-sized 3D platform. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. I just want to make sure expectations are managed properly here. Especially since we got, like in a lot of other genres, a lot of throwback, going back to the glory days of a particular genre, or that's not this game. It's got the look of it, but no. It's really small in terms of its scope. I wish Petty
were collect the 120 stars.
Or
rather, the number of not stars you have to collect is less than 120.
Yeah. The max amount, if I'm remembering, is 48.
Okay.
Each level has 6 power gems that are acquired through various methods. And some of them, there's one tied to the obligatory coin / note / secondary collectible. In this case, gold gears. I'm not exactly sure what they were, but they looked like gold gears to me. Point is, you got to get all of those, and you'll gain access to one of the gems. You won't get it automatically, say, Super Mario 64 or Sunshine. No, you have to actually go to the location it unlocks, though it'll be in a fairly accessible area. Or another one of the world's power gems is accessed by going through 5 hoops. Another one's accessed by hitting 3 targets. There are repeatable motifs. And then there are others that are located in various parts of the level. And And that is basically what you're doing. Like I said, there's not much to this game. In all honesty, like not just in terms of collectibles, but in terms of platforming challenges. There's a bit here, but nothing too exerting. There is some impressive verticality in parts. Also worth noting how your Super Kiwi operates. I'm not sure the gender here. So just go with they can jump, glide, and corkscrew attack. That corkscrew attack is especially important because that allows you to stick to walls, and you can basically wall jump ish. You can gain verticality by continually doing the needle attack. Though I will note you can only do that once per glide. So if you do it too early, you have to wait until you land on the ground. There is like one enemy, some kind of slow-moving statue thing, and it poses no threat. Really, there's not a lot of obstacles or hazards in this game. It's not completely absolved of those, but yeah, this game is on the easy side. Like, how do I put this? It's fine. It's a fine platforming game, but nothing much more than that. But I think that is the scope it was going for here, considering the price. This game clocks in at $2.99, which is very, very cheap. Like I said,
for a competent 3D platformer, even if it's quite small.
Yeah.
Like, not... there are 3D platformers that are big but handle like shit, and they probably cost more, so.
Oh, yeah. Like, I've played a few of those. Like Freezy or Freeze Me or whatever it was. That was kind of a hyped Wii U indie title because it was one of these throwback platformers. I just remember it controlling like sludge. Like I said, this doesn't do anything amazing, but I don't think it ever set out to do that. I just issue a word of caution that if you're looking for an authentic, retro collectathon platformer experience, this really isn't it. Like, I played through the entire game, and it's a competent 3D platformer, but it I was not whisked to the back to the days of playing, like, once again, Super Mario 64 or Spyro the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Those games were, for their time, immense. That was the point. This game, like, if you released this game on the Nintendo 64, it would have been right through the coals. Because, okay, first of all, it wouldn't have cost $3. This game would have been retailing for like 70. Maybe maybe if it were on the PlayStation in the year 2000, it would have come in at $10. But that's still, significantly more than what is being asked for here. this is definitely a game where you've got to take the price point into consideration because it's not asking for a lot and it's not delivering a lot. Like for $3, this is worthwhile. Also, the soundtrack was rather good. Something I would listen to outside of the game. I just think that if there is a Super Kiwi 64 2, it could do with some like actual obstacles and hazards. Because this game was just way too empty for its own good. Though that also means that this does make for a good kids platformer. Like it's very family friendly, and once again, it's fairly easy peasy. Right, I think that's about what I got on Super Kiwi 64. Any other questions, comments, or concerns?
I think I'm good.
I'm pretty satisfied, I think, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, that'll about do it for this review and indeed this review session. So, coming up on the week ahead, on Wednesday, September 20th, we will be welcoming Chris Kohler of Digital Eclipse. Yes, we will be welcoming Digital Eclipse back to our shores, though a different representative. I gotta admit, Chris Kohler is somebody that I never expected to actually interview. Like, he's someone I've known about since sometime in the mid-2000s. Like, I remember him from his days at Wired and the blog Game Life. Also, various appearances on OneUp.com podcasts. But he will be appearing on our program to talk about the making of Karateka, of which we reviewed not too long ago.
Or well over
here. Yeah. And we do have a Friday show this week. Coming on Friday, September 22nd, we'll be having Victor Perdino of the Gimurio of Games. He is the developer of quite a few titles, if I'm remembering correctly. Let me just get the proper page here, because I don't have that. Right. Super Hyperactive Ninja, Sword of the Necromancer, which we reviewed last year, if I'm remembering correctly. And he's currently working on Sword of the Necromancer Revenant. And that's going to be the focus on Friday. And we also do have a new installment of Moonhawk Studios Presents planned for Wednesday. So, pretty full week ahead. So, until next time, I shall wish you good gaming.